Yo, what up guys? I've been getting a lot of requests on the PVE build that I was showcasing in the video I uploaded yesterday. So I figured why not? Let's upload a PVE video and show you guys the build that I'm working with. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open the screen right now for it. Down below is everything that I use for the PVE build. Now before we do jump into any of this, keep in mind, I don't know if this is the best AOE type build out there right now. This is just what works for me. And as you can see from the videos, it does quite a bit of damage and can clear out AOE clumps like crazy on the PvE side of things. So these are the abilities, and before I do go into anything as well, I will also have a build description in the our build link in the description below that leads to quest log, and you can find the builds and everything I have there as well if that's easier for you. So basically your bread and butter is going to be your Explosive Fury and your Javelin Inferno, okay? And then also the Phoenix Barrage, because it's basically all three of these abilities are like the setup, okay? The ones that your pre-pop, like your buffs, are going to be these three things down here: the Sentinel's Bastion, as well as the Lightning Infusion and the Thunder Spirit. Now these, you can pop them in any order you want. After I explain everything, I'm going to show you guys basically the rotation. Very simple. But this is all your AOE, these three abilities right here. So that's that. I'll show you the specs right now in just a minute. The passives over here is kind of what I've been playing with and I feel like does the most for me in PvE. If I were gonna say that any of them are interchangeable, it'd probably be Assassin's Step, but I like it because this class or this weapon setup has so many problems with mana, so I like it just to have the mana regen. If I were gonna replace that with anything, I'd probably do something like maybe this one that gives you attack speed on a kill. But yeah, I don't know. You might even be able to play with that, like kind of like a poison build or whatnot, but that's up to you guys. This is what I use. This is what I find is the most comfortable and does the most for me. Now in terms of specializations, most of it goes into your spear. You'll see here that I take the flame basically portion of every skill, the Flaming Arc, the Javelin Inferno, and also the Phoenix Barrage. The burst side of things on these abilities, I don't feel like does as much damage, or at least AOE potential. So you definitely want to take the Inferno because that's what does the most splash damage and whatnot. And Gale Rush is very important as well because this is going to give you the attack speed. Once you have it maxed out, it gives you 14% attack speed as soon as you use it. So if you'll notice in any of my videos or whatnot, I basically use Gale Rush first to give me that attack speed boost. Now you can also min-max it and jump to two other targets because you can do 3 charges, but that's kind of sweaty and I just stick to doing one. Sentinel's Bastion is interchangeable. I usually run this first one if I'm playing with like a party or whatnot, but if I'm solo farming, I will use the shield just to get that beefy 4K shield anytime I pop this. So this is very important as well. And that's basically that. I'll go over to the daggers as well. I take Lightning Infusion, grab a good bit of them, except for this last one. I take Thundercloud Bombing, and then I also take this. This is what makes Umbral Spirit into Thunder Spirit, and this gives it the massive AOE that you're gonna want. And I think, if I'm correct, if they are wet, if it's raining, you can do even more damage with this. So it's kind of nice. Kind of extremely nice. Some things to think about, like maybe if you were to add something, maybe Fatal Stigma, maybe Frenzied Sword Dance. No, not really Frenzied Sword Dance, but I think Fatal Stigma could have a place in the build. I just don't know off the top of my head what you would change out. I'm sure there's something that you could change out. But yeah, that's basically it. This is the skill build. I wanted to make this video as quick as possible for you guys. So now I'm just going to show you guys the simple rotation, and I'll have it up on the screen and also listed down in the description. It's very simple, but it's obviously a pattern, or not pattern, a rotation to go through because, you know, for instance, we do have the critical aftermath on Phoenix Barrage. So you want to basically use Phoenix Barrage first. Not the very first, but you want to use it before you do any of your big damage. I'll usually charge in, I will get up my Flaming Arc, get off 5 charges, I will pop my Phoenix Barrage, and then I'll immediately start throwing Javelins because it's going to do the most damage possible, because it's only 3 seconds for that increased critical damage for 15%. So you don't have a big window, so that's when I normally like to use it. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will showcase you the rotation, and then I'll showcase you the like an example dungeon or whatnot of it being put into use. And yeah, like I said again, I don't claim this to be the best AOE build out there, but this is what worked for me, and it does quite a bit of damage. I'd love to hear your suggestions if you have any, or whatever type of build you're using, so let me know in the comments down below.